Hey y'all. Yeah, I'm back. I didn't upload yesterday. My apologies. Had my driver's test. Had some finals for school. Busy man. But I know this video was mad old. Omni-Man vs. Homelander. Invincible vs. the Boys. Death Battle. Now, I've never watched a death battle before, but this came out 2 months ago, and you know, I don't fake nothing. So I'm gonna tell you in advance. I watched like just the ending. I never watched the full video. I just watched the ending, and I know who wins. Even before watching this, I know who's gonna win. Like it's common sense. But this is one of my longer videos. A little inside secret. I don't like to watch videos over 13 minutes. But this made an exception. I was like, I like this. Nah, you want to be 100% honest. I did a video on The Boys because I love The Boys. I want to express my love about The Boys. Pause. To everybody, but that video flopped. Got like 2 views. I was like, dang. I'm down bad. This, hopefully, I can express my love for The Boys and Invincible with a larger audience. So let's experiment and see.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by
18 minutes.
Mint Mobile.
We're gonna be here for a minute. You're gonna be tired of me by the time this is over. I never watched a death battle again, so
The Invincible.
I don't know about death battles, but from the one that, well, from this one, in the end that I seen, I know that they make like animation of them fighting, and that's it. You know what I'm
From
saying?
Planet
I don't know what the rest of this is.
Homelander, the world's greatest superhero, brought to you by Vought International.
Few heroes have stood the test of time with more aplomb than the very
Bro,
first.
you don't understand the
But what if absolute
struggle.
power did, in fact, corrupt absolutely.
I've been trying to, you don't, bro, look at my search history. You'll see some, you know what I'm saying, thick, busty, whatever, but you don't know how many times I type up shows like Invincible, shows like The Boys, and I keep trying to watch these shows, but they just don't hit like any of them.
Answer, we're all screwed. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh, wow.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Omni-Man.
Omni-Man.
Had you go in there for a second, huh?
Not really. His name is in the title of the video.
Well, you might be forgiven for mistaking Nolan Grayson for his classic comic inspiration.
I hope y'all know who wins
He's
without
even
even
got
watching
that
this.
sexy mustache that he's not afraid to hide with terrible CGI. Born on the planet Viltrum, Nolan was sent to Earth to act as its superpowered alien.
He's more than 1,000 years old. He's 6'2", 250.
Defender and spread the enlightenment of his utopian homeworld.
And as his superhero alter ego Omni-Man, there was no one better suited to the task. He saved the world countless times, worked alongside the Guardians of the Globe, and even married and had a son, Mark.
Life couldn't be better until Mark inherited his dad's Viltrumite powers. That's when Mark found out that his dad was a stinking rat bastard liar.
Turns out, Viltrum wasn't exactly the peaceful utopia Nolan promised.
Peaceful in the sense that they culled half their population, murdering billions with their bare hands until only the strongest were left, united by a common purpose.
Bro, basically
This
what Hitler
Viltrumite
was trying
empire
to do.
then went on to conquer planet after planet in their home galaxy, murdering any who dared oppose them. So just scratch that whole peaceful part entirely.
And turns out Omni-Man was here to do that same thing to Earth. Sorry, Mark. Your dad's a dick.
Even worse, he's easily the most powerful being on the entire planet.
Imagine combining the raw power of a Kryptonian and the bloodlust of a Saiyan, and what you get is basically a Viltrumite.
Due to their unique DNA, Viltrumites are composed of smart atoms that they can manipulate to achieve superhuman feats, like holding their breath for weeks on end by drawing more energy from the oxygen inside them.
Kinda reminds me of that whole bioelectric aura thing Superman has. That's basically how comic writers bullshit a science-y explanation for his powers.
Except smart atoms make even less sense. How can atomic structure be designated by your DNA? DNA is made of atoms. It's completely nonsensical biological hogwash that I cannot stand.
Uh-oh, comics fans. I'm calling this Debunked. Viltrumites can fly, withstand near absolute
Accelerated
zero
healing,
temperatures,
flight,
and even
inhuman
possess
longevity,
insane healing factors.
9
You know, stuff like
vulnerability,
getting punched through the
resistance to
stomach, having
storm
your
level
guts
heat.
ripped out, or having your face smashed up in a tomato soup. I don't mean to exaggerate, but Viltrumites in this series get fucked up and somehow survive.
However, too much trauma to the brain or heart can overtax their healing factors, and intense heat can be especially damaging.
Even the most powerful
I'm gonna put that in
Viltrumites
my
can be
notes when I
killed
come
by
across
extended
Omni-Man.
baths in the spicy hot plasma of a star.
And because of their abilities, their inner ear vestibular system is far more sensitive than a regular human's. Intense sonic pressure will disrupt their fragile equilibrium and even prevent them from flying.
Though pushing themselves to their physical limits only ends up
Bro,
making
this
them
was
way
not in the show.
stronger.
This is probably
And
in,
considering Nolan has been alive and planet conquering for thousands
later
of years,
on.
he is easily one of the toughest Viltrumites around. Like, other aliens attacking him will literally splatter their bodies against him. But Mark didn't inherit everything from his dad. Despite his alien genes, Mark was raised as a human with our weak, pathetic human values like love and compassion and not brutally murdering the shit out of everyone you see like a maniac. Really made it difficult for Nolan to relate to his kid.
Such as when
That was the
these
train
aliens
scene.
invaded Earth. Mark tried his best to minimize casualties and outsmart his numerically superior foes.
Nolan, meanwhile, tackled their leader through the portal back to their homeworld, then spent some time
Nah.
systematically annihilating their planet.
That was a real show of strength for me when how many times did they try to kill those aliens and then he came first try and wiped them all out?
Generational divide.
Annihilate is
That showed me the
underselling it.
true, like,
Nolan flew so fast
gap
that his
in
body
power.
lit their planet's atmosphere on fire, creating massive country-sized explosions, with his own body as the projectile.
Omni-Man has flown across galaxies in only a week, survived punching a hole through a planet, and even deflected a meteor the size of Texas.
Assuming that means the diameter of the meteor is equivalent to the distance from the top of the Panhandle to the Gulf of Mexico, that would make it 1,300 kilometers wide.
And weigh over 4.6 quintillion tons, moving at re-entry speeds of over 11,000 meters per second. It hit with enough energy to be sober.
So Omni-Man is strong enough to slaughter those who considered him an ally, the Guardians of the Globe, all to ensure as seamless a
What is Mean
transition to the
Supreme?
coming Viltrumite rule as possible.
Too bad for Nolan, it wouldn't be that easy.
Bro, you know who I always think about? What is his name? The tiger that beat all of them up? It was the tiger. I was like, how is he so strong too? I was thinking like the tiger versus
Does he
Omni-Man.
have
I
to
don't
go
know.
through his son first?
Mark was
That tiger was,
horrified
like,
by his father's
super
treachery,
strong.
spurred on by the reveal that Nolan only viewed his
Battle
mother
Beast,
as a
that's
pet,
his name.
a disposable broodmare, invincible, fought Omni-Man to save the planet.
And that's
Nah,
when
that was
Mark's
crazy.
real
He said,
Viltrumite training
your
began.
mother's like a pet to me.
Get it? Training? Like the train?
Yes, we get it. It was a good pun. Jesus.
But if anything, it was Omni-Man that learned a lesson about humanity that day.
He may have tried to turn Mark into a Viltrumite, but in reality, as Nolan fled Earth with tears in his eyes, Mark made his father human. This. Welcome to Vought International.
This is
a
Homelander.
multi-billion-dollar American conglomerate.
The Boys
whose
is an
number one
amazing
products are
show.
the greatest superheroes on the face of the earth.
That's right. Superheroes are real and they're big business.
Imagine a company.
You know, I started watching The Boys like 2 months before season 3 came out.
Possesses a
I wasn't even
monopoly
an
on
OG,
popular culture, pumping out movies,
I love
TV
it.
shows, action figures, and video games constantly, drowning the masses in a slurry of focus-tested nostalgia opium with no end in sight.
Yeah, imagine.
Within Vought's pantheon of gods among men is their premier super team, the Seven, and its leader, Homelander.
He's got the looks, the charm, the
Oh, you know I
cheese,
watched
and
the
most importantly,
season
he's
1 and
got
2
the
in,
power
like,
to slaughter all of America's
2 weeks
enemies
probably.
At home and abroad. This guy probably eats
Not
freedom
gonna
and
lie, I didn't
shits
have a
equal.
life.
But Homelander's squeaky clean
Get
corporate
up,
sheen is
watch
only
The
skin
Boys.
deep. Far from the big blue Boy Scout
Watch
he's marketed
those.
as,
41.
Homelander is probably the closest thing to
5'11",
Lucifer on Earth.
165.
Remember Bad Future Biff from Back to the
Enjoys
Future?
attention,
Now
fame,
give
and
him
milk.
superpowers and
Bro, I don't understand what that
Vaught's
milk thing is.
official
Like,
story is that
why does he
Homelander
do
was
that?
an alien who landed here as a baby, a tale we're all familiar with.
And one that's total
Goku,
bullshit. Homie was
Superman.
made in a lab with Vought's proprietary super soldier serum,
Oh, yeah.
Compound V.
And he was a complete success.
Too much of a success. He was murdering rooms of terrified scientists before his umbilical cord was even cut.
Bro.
Really?
fun fact, I was actually gonna buy the Boys comic, but I just had a little I just seen the future. I was like, imagine I'm not home, my mom comes in my room for something. Maybe she just wants to read a comic book, and she opens the Boys.
Comics had to keep a remote-controlled hydrogen bomb strapped to him at all times because they had no idea what else.
Crazy stuff in that book when I picked it up.
He was subjected to psychological conditioning to make him the
I didn't
greatest
mind,
and
but
most profitable hero of all time.
It wasn't long before he debuted as Homelander, the ultimate defender of the American dream.
Homelander possesses massively superhuman strength, speed, and durability. He can fly at hypersonic speeds, see through walls with X-ray vision, and detect a person's emotional state from just the sound of their heartbeat.
But you know you're done for when he breaks out his heat vision, which is strong enough to slice through crowds of people or split airplanes in half.
Or screams so loud that it shatters the eardrums of anyone around him.
Those are innocent bystanders whose ears are exploding, by the way. Oh yeah, he totally botched this mission to stop a plane hijacking, so he forced each and everyone on board to die in the resulting crash so they wouldn't reveal his incompetence.
Well, Homelander's powers may be real, but his heroism is a charade. Though he plays his part well, he cares nothing for the peons he's forced to protect.
The only thing he treasures is, ironically, his public image. Turns out being raised as a lab experiment doesn't create a healthy person.
Oh, this is a spoiler alert, kind of, but what do you think, like, you think he's gonna, like, unleash everything because people don't care how he acts for real? Like, that was a good ending to me. Season 3 ending, when he killed that guy in front of everybody and they still accepted him.
He eventually cleaned up his act and started a totally 100%
now he can basically do whatever he wants.
Sexual relationship with a fellow superhero who just happened to be an actual Nazi. Speaking of sex, Wiz, you know how I always say we should figure out how to get busy? Well, forget that, because Homelander proved that they can't when his ejaculation blew his partner to smithereens. Who proved that?
That wasn't in the show.
There's no way to sugarcoat this, considering a human's load has much less mass than a shotgun pellet.
Oh, he
have to be moving
has radioactive
faster
nut.
to achieve the same kinetic
Explosive
energy,
nut.
over 1,500 meters per second, or 4.5 times faster than sound.
That's right. Homelander can bust a nut faster than the speed of sound.
Whoa.
Well, good night, everybody. Ooh, kinda sucks for humanity that they made this dude the most powerful being on the planet and a
Nah, that caught me by surprise too.
No
That
exaggeration.
Blind Spot, that's his name.
Well, good night, everybody. Ooh, kinda sucks
When you
for
just
humanity
feel like
that
that
they
to his
made
ears.
this dude the most powerful being on the planet and a psycho murderer.
That's no exaggeration. Stillwell even commented that Homelander has proven immune to every weapon known to mankind, no matter how powerful. Humanity literally lacks the ability to kill him.
That'd include nuclear weapons as powerful as the Tsar bomb, which exploded with the energy of 50 megatons of TNT.
Actually, it could have exploded with twice that. But the Soviets who created it were afraid it would irreversibly alter Earth's biosphere and end the world. That's right, we all almost died.
And that's the kind of shit Homelander can shrug off no problem.
We're supposed to
He's
die,
strong
like,
enough to
so
throw a
many
jet
times.
with one hand and fast enough to outspeed a C4 explosion.
Despite being an
is
emotionally
that?
stunted man-child,
That ain't Billy
Homelander
Butcher.
is still surprisingly cunning and able to manipulate those around him.
Though it probably wasn't too smart to piss off the world's angriest limey, Billy Butcher. Yeah, turns out forcibly fathering a bastard son with someone else's wife is not a good idea.
Of note, as unjustifiable as it is,
Someone else's wife is not
Am I missing something? Who is this?
a good idea.
I'm on the
as unjustifiable as it is, to
in the
Homelander,
multiverse.
this gave him something he never had before. Some small measure
That
of
was
control
not
over
Ryan.
his own life.
That's
Warren
Ryan.
Vought's star pupil meant he was under their thumb from the day he was
What
born.
in
His
the
superpowered
multiverse?
son was the first thing that was truly his and might be his best option for a new beginning. Or not.
Oh, brother. Right, we
This
got an
episode is
introduction.
sponsored by
Alright,
Fighters,
offers
don't know
there
what
is
they're
a
talking about.
whether you're
plan. I appreciate just death battle.
among the
All right.
Alright.
Stars set. We've run the data through all
Now
possibilities.
we watch them fight.
it's time for a death battle.
Watch them put the dukes up and rumble. This is what I came for. Even though I've seen not all of it, the ending of it.
Howdy, neighbor. Coco? It's warm.
Very accurate. Homelander tries to act like, you know what I'm saying, professional, like,
No,
he tries to act too perfect.
Homelander is more than just a superhero. It might be cynical to say this, but he's a brand. And it's very important to me that that brand means something. And if I'm playing second fiddle to some goddamn alien,
Bro,
it's really the point.
look at this. Like, they literally made their own cartoon. Like, I respect this so much.
What do you think, Debbie? Nah, she's shy. So, do we have an understanding? Get the fuck out of my country.
Oh, that was very accurate too. A little voice change you be doing.
Shit. That was a great line.
Gosh.
That was a
Mink.
great line. Country.
Through the table.
Seriously? I'm not here for your country.
Imagine you walk outside and you see this. Aha! Oh, that's a little take on the train scene. But they're using a plane from The Boys. Get it? So it'll play on, you know what I'm saying? Those things.
Never been hit by someone your own size before? You have to turn with a punch to reduce them. Better.
I didn't know he could scream and do that.
What's the matter? Are you going
Get
to
mad.
cry? Doctor, I'm done with you. I'm gonna flashlight that little shit son of yours. Just one less neighborhood, and every goddamn person you know.
His jugular.
Remember what I promised you.
Oh, nah. Pause, but oh, nah.
Merry Christmas.
He broke his jaw and then fed him his own
Seems like
heart.
he was working out some aggression there.
Oh, see? You
If
didn't catch
there's a
that. I have
gun,
eyes
it
of a
sure
hawk.
seems like he was
Or an eagle, whatever it is. But that's what he did to, dude from Guardians of the Globe.
working out some aggression there.
Despite Homelander's dominance within the
Rip-
world of the
he
boys, he's a big fish
punched him
in
through
a
his
small
stomach.
pond. Relatively speaking, Homelander can.
Whoa, stats. Omni-Man is 7.2 billion times faster, 60 billion times stronger. Healing factor, superior flight. Homelander counters Omni-Man's flight.
Move faster than sound, while Omni-Man can move faster than light.
Facts. Homelander much less experience in taking hits.
Homelander can survive a nuke,
Season
while
3
Omni-Man
was
can shatter
the
moon
first time I seen
twice over.
To
Homelander
be fair,
injured.
Homelander did have a couple of abilities Omni-Man didn't, like his heat vision.
And while Viltrumite healing factors have failed against continuous exposure to the heat of stars, that still took quite a bit of time. And there's no reason to think Homelander's heat vision was anywhere near that hot.
Hell, Nolan's tanked heat vision from the superhero Mean Supreme before, who can vaporize people in an instant.
Even if it was hot enough, Omni-Man's superior speed.
Homelander season 3 made him like not as scary anymore. Like Queen Maeve was giving him the business. I was like, she should have been did that. Like That made it look like Homelander's not even that strong
He
anymore.
would cut him off before he could do any lasting damage. Similarly, despite being able to disrupt his equilibrium with his supersonic screaming, Homelander wasn't strong enough to capitalize on it in any meaningful way.
Plus, while Homelander is pretty devious when the situation calls for it, Omni-Man has been fighting and conquering worlds for thousands of years. He comes from a warrior culture based on fighting. Homelander, on the other hand, comes from a test tube and never had to push himself as a fighter because he was always so much stronger than everyone else.
And that's the key difference between them. One is a warrior, and the other is a bully. Homelander was never going to give up easy, but Omni-Man's skill, power,
like how he
and
put
Viltrumite
that.
heritage earned him the win.
When it comes to Superman knockoffs, Homelander had to eat his heart out.
The winner is Omni-Man.
I knew it. Alright.
Death Metal is back, and we
Dang.
launched a
Took
brand
all
new
these people
membership
to make
program
it.
for our YouTube channel.
This takes a lot of effort and time, I bet. But, dang. Yes, Omni-Man won. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna catch y'all later.